There is a secret 2-minute rule that sweet recruiters use to judge your resume, and I'm about to expose it to you. And here's the proof. My resume did get into Amazon and Google for new grad software engineering, so I know that this resume strategy works. And right now, what you're probably doing is just mass applying on this classic simplified GitHub repo. And let's be real, it's not working. You're not getting interviews, and the issue has to be with your resume. And again, after you implement this little 2-minute trick, you will get more interviews. And here's the proof. My resume did get into multiple top tech companies. All right, so I should actually call this the 3-minute rule because there's actually 3 things that recruiters are going to check for on your resume. Let's get started with the first thing they look for in this little 3-minute check. And it's your role titles. Before they even look at your bullet points, your keywords, your graduation date, one of the first things recruiters actually check for is your actual titles that you've put for each position. And so a lot of people on their resume, and I've reviewed hundreds and hundreds of resumes at this point, a lot of people have full stack developer, back-end developer, research intern, cloud intern, all these different titles on their resume, and it's a big, big mistake. It's one of the biggest things holding you back from getting more interviews. The smartest thing to do if you want more interviews is just cap about your titles. It doesn't matter what your actual title was in your previous roles. Nobody is going to check that. Just change everything to software engineer. Software engineer, software engineer, software engineer. This will get you more interviews. Recruiters specifically look for this because they want to see a cohesive work history. They want to see it like this streamlined narrative that, okay, this person has been gaining consistent experience with the same title. And I know this sounds stupid because recruiters should ideally know that full stack development and back-end engineer it's all the same thing as software engineering, but for some reason recruiters genuinely prefer software engineer, software engineer, software engineer. And I've literally spoken to recruiters at Amazon and Google, and they have told me this. So go ahead and just change all your titles to software engineer, software engineer, software engineer. Even the ATS, when you're like applying to jobs, companies do use various filters to scan for keywords on your resume. Even the ATS, if you're applying for a role that says software engineer, is going to scan your resume and look for those specific titles. I am not kidding you here. And so if you have full stack developer on your resume, but you apply to a role that says software engineer, the ATS is almost not even registering that experience, which I know sounds stupid, but these are the little tiny things that we have to pay attention to in the recruiting process to actually get interviews. And so I know I said this was going to be the 3-minute rule, like the 3 things. So the first thing is the role titles. Make sure you fix those. Thing number 2 that recruiters check for on your resume when they are judging it, when they're deciding whether or not to give you an interview, is your actual bullet points. Yes, this is the actual meat. Pause. This is the actual meat and the bread and butter of your resume. And specifically what they're checking for in these bullet points is they're checking for metrics, percentages, numbers. I know you've heard this before. Everyone's heard that advice before, but stay with me here. How many of you actually have metrics and quantitative impact in every single bullet point on your resume? I'm not talking just 1 or 2 bullet points. You've got to have it in like 80-90% of the bullet points on your resume. And a lot of people don't know how to come up with these metrics, like improve system throughput by 30%. Dude, you can just ballpark it. You can literally just make it up as long as it's like a reasonable, educated estimate, and you could reasonably defend it if you get asked about it in an interview. Obviously, don't completely falsify stuff. That could backfire, but you don't need to know the exact percentage. You can just ballpark it, use an educated guess, and put it on your resume. Trust me, no one's going to actually verify it. Just be relatively integral. Try to have some integrity and don't just completely make it up. So again, thing number 1 is just change your titles to software engineer. Thing number 2 is you need to have that quantitative impact in every single bullet point. You can see that it's in like 80% of the bullet points on this resume. And the third thing that recruiters are going to care about is the infamous technical skills section, the keywords on your resume. Now, a lot of other YouTubers are afraid to tell you this, but I'm just going to keep it straight up with you. You do need to kind of fluff up your technical skills section with keywords. And the reason for that is because not only does ATS look for keywords, but recruiters do also give that section a quick skim. So you need to have a lot of tools and technologies on there. And again, a lot of other people are afraid to like give this advice because they think it kind of seems sus, but I'm just gonna keep it real with you. This is the stuff that got me into Amazon and Google, and I just want to share it with you. So the one piece of advice I would give you for that technical skill section is if you've never even heard of a technology or a framework, do not add it to your resume. That could backfire. But if you've kind of heard of it, you know the basics, you have some kind of surface level understanding, you have my permission to go ahead and just add it to your resume. It will help you get more interviews. And honestly, that's probably the biggest problem you're facing right now is that you're not getting enough interviews. So go ahead and just add it to your resume. And if you want one-on-one guidance from an entire team of FANG engineers, like if you want to work one-on-one with us, with your resume, with cold emailing recruiters, getting referrals, mock interviews from an entire team of current FANG engineers, just click that link below, book a call to speak directly with me, and we can see if you're a good fit for this program. Again, click that link below and book a call to speak directly with me. And if you are looking for some more YouTube videos to watch where I go ahead and break down how to get referrals, how to cold email recruiters, how to even interview, how to prepare for interviews at Big Tech in 2025, go ahead and click one of the videos that's gonna pop up now. YouTube is gonna put some videos on the screen, and I will see you soon.